Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I've got a few bits laid out here to make a hair bow. It's a cute little hair bow. Don't take too much ribbon. You can just make the bow on its own, but I'm going to use some glitter and do some tails as well, just to layer it up a little bit. It's quite a small bow and I think it'll just be nice to have a little bit of glitter at the bottom. So I've picked out this baby pink glitter to match this baby pink ribbon. I've got some 10mm wide pieces as well, one to wrap around my clip and one to wrap around the centre of the bow. I've got this little pearl and rhinestone bow centre which I made before myself. I have done a tutorial on this. What I'll do is at the end of this video I'll pop a link to the tutorial if you want to try having a go at making one of these little bow centres. I've got my hair clip. I've picked out these tails, which is from the Flutterby bow, but I'm not actually going to use this Flutterby shape at the end. I just want a basic point, so I'm going to use this to draw around because it's nice and narrow for this bow. That fits this bow, but I just want the standard straight curved end, so I'll show you that when I get to it. I've got a 55mm clip, a lighter to heat seal my ends, and my little pot of pearls. So this ribbon is 4 centimeters wide, and I have cut 2 pieces to 24 centimeters in length, so that's 2 pieces. And then these two are just 10mm wide ribbon. I didn't actually measure these out, I just cut them by eye, but just to show you that they are, this one's 11 centimeters and this one is 14 centimeters. I'm just going to use one to wrap around the center and one to wrap around my clip. So I think this one will be the center and this one will go around my clip. So first of all, I'm going to heat seal my ends. This is to prevent any fraying and also to get rid of any little loose bits on there like that. So first of all, we're going to set one piece aside and work on one side of our bow. So taking your first piece of ribbon, holding it this way, I'm going to fold this top piece over diagonally over to the left. So fold it over diagonally, making sure this edge is all in line and this is straight across. And then you're going to bring this piece up and also fold it over to the left, but this time you're folding it upwards. Where we folded this piece downwards, you're going to bring this piece up and fold it upwards. So you've got this V shape on this side, making sure that that's all in line. And then once you've got that in line, you're going to fold that in half. So this is what you've got now. And then again, you're going to fold it again to make this V shape. I'll just show you. If you fold it the other way, you don't get the V shape on either side. So every time you fold it, make sure you're folding it in the direction that you get a V shape. Whether you're holding it this way up or this way up, you always want the V shape. And again, fold it in half. And then just keep going in that pattern, folding it diagonally to get the V shape, and then in half. Diagonally. And then in half. Then on this last tail edge, that should work out right, that you can fold that down. And then in half again. So this is what you've got now. When I pinch this end, I've got these 3 little folded pieces, and if I pinch this end, there's also 3 folded pieces, but they're not all the same. So keeping this end pinched, and this end is the side that you want to keep separate. We're going to put a stitch through that end, so make sure it's not this end where you've got 3 even pieces. So taking a needle, and I've got some double strength thread knotted at the end, making sure that they're all lined up. I'm going to sew around just over about 3/4 centimetre up. I'm going to sew, and I'm going to go just in and out a few times just to hold them all together, all of those layers. And then on this last one, I'm just going to go in through that loop a couple of times to form a knot. Pull that tight, snip off that excess cotton, and then with this bit sticking out, making sure I don't cut through my stitches, I'm going to cut off that corner like that, and then just using my lighter, I'm going to heat seal where I've just cut that off. So this is what we've got now. Now I've just done another piece of thread with a knot in the end on my needle ready, and I've got a pearl ready. So I stand my pearl on there and my needle, and this is the part I struggled with the first time I made this bow. I couldn't quite get it right, but what we're going to do is these outside pieces here, so holding it this way with these folds, not this way up, taking one of these outside pieces, you're going to fold this inside out so this corner reaches this corner. So we're not going to fold the whole thing inside out, which is what I did wrong the first time I made this bow. You're just going to fold that back just so that corner meets that center, like that. So that's the back, that's the front. And now we're going to do the same with the other outside corner. So leave the middle part to one side, take this outer corner towards the top half, not the end you've sewn, the top half, and just kind of flip that inside out and bring this corner up to that center, like that. So this is what it looks like so far. That's the front, that's the back. And now we're just going to sew these 2 pieces together at the top here to join. So taking the needle and thread, I'm going to just go in this side. I'm going to go in through the inside first so my knot is hidden. So I'm just going to go in there, then back through just to the side of it, then through the other half. We're just going to close them in together like that, and then I'm just going to go through a couple of times just to close them 2 sides in. And on this one I'm going to add my pearl onto my needle, and then I'm going to go through again through this side and the other side, and that will just bring that pearl in place. And then I'm just going to go through that pearl again, just making sure the pearl is straight. I'm just going to go through that pearl again, through the bow, through the ribbon. Once more, just to make sure it's nice and secure. And then I'm just going to go through on this last piece, through that ribbon, and then through that loop a couple of times to form a knot. Pull that really tight, and then I'm just going to cut that cotton as close as I can, and any other long pieces sticking out. And then this is what we've got now. And now with this middle part, we're going to open that up and flatten it down towards the end. We've sewn the pinch in there. So I'll just show you that again. You're going to open that up and flatten that down to the middle. And that's one half of your bow almost done. We're just going to pop a stitch in here to hold that in place. So again, another piece of thread on my needle. I'm just going to bring that down, and coming from the underside, I'm going to go right through, catching that corner. I'm just going to go in again. And then I'm just going to seal that off by going through that loop. And that is one half of the bow done. So now we're going to repeat that exact same steps as we did with this half on the other piece of ribbon. So there we have both sides of our bow made. Let me know in the comments if you mind me doing this, like showing you how to do one half and then making the other half off camera, or would you rather see the whole tutorial of making both sides? I just don't want to bore you all, that's all, by going on. So I always think if I show you one half, you can always rewind the video and go back and watch it again to make the other half. So let me know in the comments below if you'd rather have the whole video of me showing you the entire bow, or if you're happy for me to do it this way. So now we're ready to join these two halves together. So again, taking another piece of thread and needle, I'm going to go through one of my halves. Just going to go through a couple of times to make sure that thread is well attached, and then I'm going to go through the other half, bringing those two sides together. So this is what we've got so far. Now you could just leave it like this and pop it on a headband or a clip, but I'm going to go for some tails. So I've got this lovely baby pink and these flutterby tails, which are 3.5 inches across, and I'm just going to draw around on the back of my fabric and cut those out. And now, as you can see, I haven't drawn around the whole thing because I'm just going to use this template and just have a normal sort of V shape at the end rather than the flutterby shape. That's just my personal preference for this bow. So these are the tails cut out, and as you can see they fit perfectly under that bow. So taking my hot glue, oh, that came out quick. I'm just going to pop my bow on my tails, lining them up centrally. And then taking my clip and a piece of my 10mm wide ribbon, this was a 14cm length piece, just going to heat seal these ends and pop some glue just under halfway, and then on the underside of my clip I'm going to stick that under there, push that into the pinch part, and continue with the glue down the top half. Yeah, it's about the right length. That was a good guess, wasn't it? And then continuing to wrap that around that clip. Like that. And I'm just going to attach that to the underside. And then with my other piece of 10mm wide ribbon, I'm going to wrap this around the centre. I'm just going to start on the top for now and then take that around. Just going to trim off that excess. It don't matter that I'm finishing on the top because I'm covering it up with my pearl embellishment. So it doesn't matter that we've got the ribbon end in here because you won't see it. And then next, taking our little pearl centre, I'll link the tutorial to this at the end of the video. Pop some glue on the underside, and stick that in the centre. And there you have your gorgeous finished hair bow. So if you'd like to follow my Instagram page or my Facebook, I am on there as Crafty Mumma BowTutuful. I also have a brand new Facebook private group which I made to run alongside my page, and that is where you can give and receive advice on hair bows. You can give me suggestions for tutorials that I could make, just general friendly chat. So yeah, if you want to head over to Facebook and find my group and my page, I'm on there. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the like button. Thank you for watching, everyone. If you've got any questions, pop them into the comments below and I'll do my best to get back to you. Bye bye.